John and Ken Show. John Cobell and Ken Champeau. Tax Revolt 2012 continues.
Yeah, right. We're going to talk about our friends at the California Air Resources Board. They are tasked, I like that word, it's a word newspaper people like to use, tasked with the job of carrying out the Global Warming Final Solutions Act, the gift from Arnold Schwarzenegger and Fabian Nunez, otherwise known as AB32, which back in 2010 we tried to get Californians to understand we needed to suspend it, deep six it, and we lost at the ballot box. So they're carrying out the Global Warming Final Solutions Act, and one of their schemes is to set up a phony cap-and-trade system where you'll be given a set amount of emissions. This would be global warming gases. And if you exceed those emissions, and I'm talking about businesses, mostly in manufacturing and oil, you're going to have to buy them from someone who didn't use all their emissions credits. You get it? Yeah. It's a market system of cap and trade.
So you got to pay for the carbon dioxide.
Yeah, they're exchanging air
that you send out into the atmosphere. So you get a limit.
This is starting in November. It's going to go live, and
this is going to cost billions of dollars. Probably at least $1 billion the first year that it's fully implemented, and then after that, the price is going to grow. This will drive businesses out of the state. People will lose their jobs. You can't tax industry $1 billion and not have some negative effect. And of course, some of the cost will be passed on to you, and you'll be paying this global warming tax. Well, Mary Nichols of the California Air Resources Board held a hearing. Now, you know they don't really want to hold a hearing. I guess legally they're obligated to. And a lot of lobbyists and business spokesholes went there to complain about this, knowing they're not going to get anywhere.
Yeah, as one representative put it, and this is a woman who works for Phillips 66 oil company and member of a union, said, "We're concerned. Out-of-state refiners will have an unfair advantage because they're not being held responsible for their emissions." She tried to actually put it in the terms that Mary Nichols might. But here's Mary Nichols talking to the crowd yesterday, basically giving this a thumbs down. They're not changing their plan.
There was an initiative that would have suspended the program that was on the ballot in 2010. The measure was rejected overwhelmingly by the voters.
Idiots.
Who didn't understand
since that
it, yeah.
time,
Idiots.
we have continued to work with those who sponsored that initiative, as well as others, to try to bring them into a place where they could be in compliance with AB 32. This has been complicated by the fact that we hear repeatedly from the industrial sector that while they support AB 32, there has not been a single measure that we've come up with, that so far at least, that they have been in favor
of. All right, stop. I'll tell you, she does have a point there. I wish all these business associations and lobbyists and CEOs would stop pandering to the environmental extremists.
Oh, by saying we do support AB 32.
Yes, you always
but
see
all
that,
the plans you've come up with we don't like.
You always see commercials from oil companies talking about how much they love and embrace the envitrement.
Yeah.
Stop it.
They're told that plays well with the consumers.
But the trouble is it backs you into a corner.
Well, it's true.
If you say yes, we want to do what we can to slow down global warming, and we want to respect and enhance the environment, and we agree with the worthy goals of this legislation, you can't then go to Mary Nichols and bitch about it. All right, because you look like an idiot. So tell the truth. You hate it. You're in the business of drilling for oil. You're in the business of making cement, which produces carbon dioxide. This is all necessary for modern life, like it or not. Call out the hypocrisy of Mary Nichols, who's got some big, enormous plot of land and home that she lives on. Call out the West Side Wieners that I see driving around in their SUVs. Call out the hypocrisy on all this. You people use the oil. You people use the cement to pave your beautiful landscapes and your tremendous properties. Stop it. Go on the offensive. Stop playing nicey nice. She's a sniper. She's a killer. She wants to destroy your business. Stop playing patty cake with her.
She's annoyingly condescending sounding.
And this...
with that little soft voice. Well, we tried to work with businesses.
Yeah, we tried to work
with... We're going to apply.
Oh, no, because she's got all the power. She's unelected. She's appointed by Jerry Brown, actually appointed by Schwarzenegger, reappointed by Brown. She had this job 30 years ago when Brown was governor for the first time. She's got total power with this law. She's got $1 billion that's going to come into her department, $1 billion of business tax money. She can destroy industry. She can destroy jobs. She can jack up your energy bill. She has more power than any single individual in the state. The governor doesn't have the power she has. And you have to go after her aggressively because she knows, they all admit, that this is not going to reduce global warming. It will not because it's expensive, but it's too small a reduction. And California is too small a blip on the planet for it to matter. So the whole thing is a hoax. The whole thing is a scam just to get $1 billion. God knows what they're going to do with it. And Jerry Brown and the legislature, they want that money because this is going to grow into billions of dollars a year as this thing ramps up. So the legislature wants the money for obvious reasons. Mary Nichols wants the money for obvious reasons. It's about getting the money. And they don't give a crap about putting businesses in the toilet. Doesn't matter to them.
And I think for Mary Nichols, in addition to getting the money, it's about changing lifestyles she doesn't approve of.
Well, yes.
Those who use oil.
But you have to
Those who use cement to build things where things shouldn't be built.
So somebody ought to be saying, hey, you have a huge recession, really a depression in the state of California. You have a 20% real unemployment rate. You have the worst business climate in the country. Go on and on with all the list of things that we've always talked about, all the highest taxes in the nation, and say clearly and bluntly to her face, in public, on microphone, what the hell are you doing to the people of California? Why are you doing this? This is not going to reverse global warming, even if it does exist.
All right.
Why isn't there an aggressive spokesman? Do you know business people are the biggest wieners? They are absolutely the biggest, most flaccid wieners.
Well, they need politicians in their pocket for the stuff that they want done.
Well, they don't.
They want laws passed out. Don't you think they give a lot of money to Sacramento? Of course they do.
Apparently not enough for this.
All right. When we come back, we talked yesterday during this hour about the federal government deficit and debt. And a lot of that comes to the fact that we have so many entitlement programs costing so much money. Well, the vice presidential nominee for the Republicans, Paul Ryan, went before the ARP people today, and let's just say it didn't go well for him. We got some audio.
John and Ken Show. Nothing greedier than old people. KFI AM 640, more stimulating talk radio. Shannon Farron is the news.